Coming off the elevator here, as soon as first thing you see is the Supras.
We tried a lot of different places for these two cars. We kind of ended up with this, and we love the way they look. This is a great spot for them. It kind of becomes a little more three-dimensional, coming out from the wall instead of being against the wall. But they look awesome now.
Coming down here, now there's a lot of lighting that we have to add here, but even still, this thing just sticks out. Kind of a new spot that we came up with, trying to move cars around, put them in new positions, and this is one that we found here.
Well, we're getting more cars, so we have to create more spots, and this looks really well for this car.
A little sneak peek of the interior. Front end looks pretty good, and it obviously helps that it's convertible. Pretty good spot for that.
When we cater an event, this is where we serve the food from, and it looks a little bare bones now, but when we put tablecloths on and we adjust the lighting, it looks pretty good.
And over here we have our window cars. This is the Mark V. Can't help it. Looks really good from the outside in. From when you're inside looking out, the sun just has so much glare on those windows, it's kind of hard to get a true vision or visualize the color.
Yeah, they look great at night.
Yeah, when you don't have all that light coming through the windows, but from outside they look great. You got the Nash down here. You got Fast Eddie down there, giving her a tune up, checking it out. And I got the seat folded down. Turns into like a little travel bed. And here we got the carrier wagon. Last time, again, this was on video. It did not have the graphics. So obviously since then that's been done. Take a look at that great bumper.
Everything on this car just explodes in color and shine. It just is beautiful. Even down to the hubcaps that Jim restored. Everything looks brand new on this car. And there are the graphics.
Them graphics are gonna pop when that golden and blue is out in the sun. This thing's gonna look amazing. Great color, great location. And turn around here, take a shot of the row right here coming off the steps. Got a lot of color, a lot of shine. I mean, again, all the lighting and everything that we've added over the few months has definitely helped.
Years ago, this Bonneville was kind of buried in the back of the museum, but Jim did a lot of work on it, and we realized, placed in the correct spot, like the superior lighting, this thing just explodes, just pops. Beautiful car.
Got the Star Chief right here. This pretty much only thing we had was had a paint job when it came to us, and we completely redid the entire interior. I mean,
we were pulling rat skeletons out of it. I mean, we had to gut the whole interior, and it's all
brand new.
Yeah, it's beautiful now.
Brand new. Looks great. Shot of the trunk. We got the yellow Merc here. Again, this thing was in rough shape when we got it, but looks absolutely incredible now.
Yeah, Jim had to restore everything on the inside, door panels, seats, everything, and it looks really great now.
And a little cool thing, cool little hidden secret. Actually has a record player that we installed, and it actually does work. So that's pretty cool.
Beautiful car.
And here we got the Victoria. Now again, moving these cars around different positions, where initially this was supposed to go directly behind the Mercury here, but as we were moving it into place, we just stopped, and you can see it's, I mean, just the position of it, the way the wheels are turned, just the color. I mean, for a black car, this thing is shining.
As soon as we got it at this angle, we realized, whoa, let's take a look here, because it just popped, and it looks really good. So we just left it, and you see that it kind of gets in line there, and that's a great shot of all those cars.
Kind of looks like they're moving out, like they're all following the carrier wagon, like they're about to go out on a cruise.
Time for a parade or a cruise, yeah.
Little quick shot of the interior.
This is a resto mod. Most of our cars are original, but this is a beautiful car. Got a new Mustang engine, 5-speed trans, and the dash has been updated.
It's got a little computer screen right there, so you can actually tune the engine and everything from that screen right there. So another little cool. Let me get a shot of the engine, which has the scallops just like on the side of the car. Some custom pinstriping work that was done as well.
I like to tell people that this is from Thunder Road, from the movie Grease. It looks like that's where it looks like it should come from.
Yeah, this is definitely, when you think of 50s greasers, this is definitely up there.
I love those wheels too, the chrome trim rings.
Yeah,
and
the wheels are
really pretty.
Great car. Now, coming to one of the show cars on the road. This is the Skyliner, that we did the mirrors on, put it up on race ramps. Take a look underneath. I mean, underneath is just as clean as the outside of the car.
Literally, you can eat off of that. I mean, it's so clean. Just beautiful. And on top of that, this car has an extremely rare high-performance engine, which adds a lot to the value of the car, and makes it not one of a kind, but very rare. God, look at that front end. Boy, that looks great. Chrome. Ooh.
Now we do have another car that we did the mirrors on as well, on the race ramps. You'll see later in the video. And then starting here on the corner, down the row in front of the museum, we got the 300. And one of the great features, I mean, is the engine on this car. 413 wedge.
Cross ram injection. Beautiful.
This was the grandfather of what we know as today as the turbo. And this was, again, back in the 50s.
I love the way this car is sculpted. It's just a beautiful car. You don't realize it's really long. It's a really big car, but it's just so beautiful in its lines. You don't even realize how big it is.
And this car, we actually, back in the later part of last year, we took this car to a Richard Petty cruise-in. And if you take a peek inside here, we actually had him sign the glove box. And it's kind of hard to see. We got a picture with him as well. So that was really, and we got a primo spot at the cruise-in. We were right there, really parked right in front of the museum. So, but we got a video on that online. You can go back and check that out.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
And this is the Super 88 right behind, and you can see the word Olds that somebody had put into the spare tire. Just a nice little touch. The whole thing is carpeted. Looks really good. Now this is one of two. This is the hardtop. We also have a convertible. And then again, you'll see that later in the video as well.
This car is great to drive. It's fun. It sounds great. It's even got air conditioning, which is pretty rare for back in 1958. And Jim's showing you the help me out here, Jim.
Headliner.
Headliner.
I know it's a big word for you.
But Jim just, for the first time we tried to restore them, because they're tough to deal with and tough to work with. And Jim did a great job. It turned out really well, as you just saw. Looks brand new. Well, it is brand new, but it looks great.
You see the Fury here. I mean, looks great in person. Still looks good on video.
It's a beast. It's got a 361 Golden Commando engine, 4-speed. Beautiful car. Frame off restoration. And show them that front end. It's just a beautiful car.
Yeah, come around to the front.
Woo. Beautiful. Love that grille.
Thing is just popping. Take a look down there, and you can still see the little caravan of cars over there. I got another shot of the Supers here. Again, just a different angle. Just coming off the wall. I mean, it just looks like they're lined up, like they're ready to green light, ready to race.
Yeah, it does.
Looks really good. All right, so now let's go inside the museum here. That's just one half of the collection. So as you can see, walking right in. I know on video, just like in person, first thing it comes to is the Barrettes. I mean, your eyes are just instantly drawn to it. I mean, this thing looks amazing in person. It looks like it's ready for a photo shoot. So obviously this is the second car that we did the mirrors and the race ramps on. And we did, on this one we did it on the front and the back and both sides. Again, just trying something different to make it look different from the other, you know, the other car. Look at the chrome on that dash. And obviously this thing, I mean, it's a Cadillac. It drives just as good as it looks. Got the parade boot on there. And speaking of great locations, again, we can't emphasize, there's a lot of thought and planning that goes into where we put these cars. And again, we're removing this Edsel, what we thought was, into a position further down here, and we ended up moving it, and you can see how great it looks right here in the middle. We usually have a car displayed here in the middle, and we didn't think this would be one of them, but we always liked it. Obviously, if you know the Edsel history, it didn't fare very well, but this is a great looking car. It has some great lines.
Really underappreciated. It drives great. Got 300 horsepower. Beautiful car. You may have noticed we have music in the museum, and I turned it down just then, so that's why it's a little quieter now.
A little shot of the inside. Great looking car. Great car. A little jukebox action there. Mini Elvis. We got a life-size Elvis as well.
Came out of a real billiard parlor in Chicago, Illinois. Pretty cool stuff.
So right here we have the MG, the Midget. This is just a temporary spot. In here shortly we're going to have we have a black Skyliner 57 that's going to be going right here in this spot, and then the Midget is going to be going right in this open area here.
Right here. Visual aid.
And before we get to the green Skyliner, we have our super convertible. Probably my favorite car, if not definitely in the top 3. I'm gonna take a quick peek in here. Show the inside again. Great looking dash. A lot of chrome on there. And then right over here we have our other Skyliner.
On this Skyliner, we restored under the hood and in the trunk area, but the interior is all original, which is hard to believe. It's in great shape, but it's got a little wear to it, but it survived all these years.
So obviously we have the top closed on this one, and then the black one will be over here, and we're gonna have the top like pretty much open or halfway open on that, so you can see the difference between the two with it closed and with it open. It makes, you know, it really does make a difference. It makes it look like two different style cars. And coming over to our Super 88, this is the one I mentioned earlier. This is the convertible to the hardtop we have. And the inside of this thing is just gorgeous. Again, incredible dash. This actually has a pull-out transistor radio. Again, believe it or not, back in the 50s they had, so that whole entire radio pulls out. You can take it to the beach, lay it on your blanket, you know, you're in the park on a picnic, and it actually does work.
That is the only radio like that I've seen ever. It's extremely rare. 1958 was the first year it came out. And this car also has 20 options. I think it's probably one of a kind in that it probably is the only Super 88 convertible with 20 options in show condition. We haven't seen another one like it, that's for sure.
So coming back down the other end, past the Edsel again. It's another shot, another quick shot of the interior. That Baritz again, it's just Baritz is just, the camera's just drawn to it.
Yeah.
Get a front shot. Whew.
Did you do the dash? Did you show the dash?
Yeah, I got the dash earlier.
Okay.
Excuse me. So coming up on the Bonneville here. Again, great front end. That chrome is just popping on this thing.
Last week, Jim said that grill looks like it's ready to bite you.
Yeah, it looks like a set of, like it's about to
great.
come alive. And a good car for the window that we thought. And again, usually white cars, especially on video, don't really pop and reflect how good they look, but this one really does. Quick shot of the interior.
It's a really rare car. Pontiac made 630 of these Bonnevilles, one for each Pontiac dealer in the country, fuel injected. And this is basically a Pontiac statement that said they're going to join the performance market. And it sure did. Look at all that chrome. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Back end on that.
Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Coming over here to our bug eye. Great little, this is a very popular car when we have events or have tours. This is always a favorite with everybody, kids, women, adult, you know, men, it doesn't matter.
People are drawn to it. Pretty cool. It's a 1960 Austin Healey Sprite, but people call it a bug eye because of the way the headlights are.
Yeah, you see the headlights, how they stick out. Little shot, not much of an interior. But great little car.
And we drive all these cars, and driving that right there is an experience. You just feel like you're in a little toy go-kart. You're so low to the ground, and it's a lot of fun to drive.
And over here we have our, what we call the pink Caddy. Not truly pink. The actual color is wood rose, is the official color name. And you see we got the life-size Elvis. Of course, you got to have Elvis with the pink Caddy. And this is a great, great car. This was actually a local car that we got. I mean, just look at the chrome, the hubcaps in the floor. I mean, it's just, you get a little shot of the front end. You get a quick shot of the interior. It's kind of dark. We do have lights for a lot of these cars. For the interior, like when we have events or host tours, we have
well, they just look so much better with the interior lit up.
Yeah, we have interior lighting that lights it all up and stuff when we show it off. This is our 55 Buick Super.
What's the color of that paint? As a favorite, that's for sure.
Definitely my favorite paint job in the collection. The actual color is called Tahitian Red Bottom. And this thing, I mean,
it's a show car. Every nut and bolt has been replaced. It's brand new.
This is what you would say. Most of these cars are excellent and close to concourse. This is definitely one of those cars.
It was done right. Beautiful car.
I mean, look at the chrome on that thing.
And it's a national show winner also.
Yeah. Coming over to our Studebaker, supercharged Studebaker.
Get the chrome, it's so pretty. In 1957, this was the fastest production car made. Faster than a Corvette, faster than a T-Bird. It's just gorgeous. It's a very popular car. Always gets a good response.
I mean, great color. You gotta love that color.
And over here we've got the 55 Bel Air convertible Chevy, flanked on the left by the white 57 Caddy, and on the right got the beige 59 Caddy. Beautiful car here. Interior is original.
Let me get on the side here. Fast Eddie's holding down the other side. Shot of the front.
Gotta love the hood ornament there.
Yeah, I love these little, I call them like little shark fins. They're great. Shot of that side. And over to the Bel Air. This thing, it's kind of hard to tell on camera. I guess it comes off as red, but it definitely is a orange color car. And got the orange on the inside as well.
This was also a frame-off restoration, kind of a resto mod. It's got a 350 crate engine, and we've driven this several times, and boy, it's fun to drive. Good thing there weren't any cops around when we were driving it.
Yeah, this is a great driving car. Another shot of the Caddy again.
Get the angle here. That's.
And this is our four-door Caddy. This is actually Mark's original car, the one that started the whole collection.
A flat top Vista view roof. If you notice, there's no pillars around here. It's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, you have no B pillar here. Just get a shot of that.
C pillar.
That glass. The windshield.
Like all the Caddies we have, it drives great. Just a great road car. It's like sitting in a lazy boy. This is a monstrosity. It's so ugly, it's beautiful. It's so overdone, but oh,
yeah.
it's just incredible.
And you got the classic bullets there on the front, like how you see on most of the Cadillacs. Another shot of the Bel Air. But just want to do a walkthrough again as we make changes to the museum, different layouts, different configurations. We want to document it and shoot videos of it so we can just see for ourselves as time goes on, you know, what it looked like and where we had different things. And
we want to remember where each car looks its best, so we can always return to it at some point. Yeah.
Another shot of that Barrett's, but hope you guys enjoy. It was fun shooting this, as hopefully it will be as viewing it as well.
Check out all our videos on our YouTube channel. Look up under MJ Dream Machines, also our Facebook page.
All right, we're out.